The following order is made. 1. The appeal of Mr. Mxolisi Nxasana is upheld with no order as to costs, and Mr. Nxasana's explanatory affidavit is admitted. 2. The costs order by the High Court of South Africa, Gauteng Division, Pretoria, against Mr. Nxasana is set aside. 3. The appeal of Advocate Shaun Abrahams and the National Prosecuting Authority is dismissed with costs, including the costs of 2 counsel. 4. The declaration by the High Court that the settlement agreement dated 14 May 2015 concluded by former President Jacob Zuma, the Minister of Justice and Correctional Services, and Mr. Nxasana, in terms of which Mr. Nxasana's incumbency as the National Director of Public Prosecutions was terminated, is constitutionally invalid, is confirmed. The declaration by the High Court that the termination of the appointment of Mr. Nxasana as NDPP is constitutionally invalid is confirmed. The declaration by the High Court that the decision to authorize payment to Mr. Nxasana of an amount of 17,357,233 rand in terms of the settlement agreement is invalid is confirmed. The declaration by the High Court that the appointment of Advocate Abrahams as NDPP is invalid is confirmed. The declaration by the High Court that Section 12.4 of the National Prosecuting Authority Act 32 of 1998 is constitutionally invalid is confirmed. 9. The declaration by the High Court that Section 12.6 of the National Prosecuting Authority Act is constitutionally invalid is confirmed only to the extent that the section permits the suspension by the President of an NDPP and Deputy NDPP for an indefinite period and without pay. 10. The declaration of constitutional invalidity contained in paragraph 9 is suspended for 18 months to afford Parliament an opportunity to correct the constitutional defect. 11. During the period of suspension, A section 12.6, lowercase a, uppercase a, will be inserted after section 12.6a, and it will read, quote, the period from the time the President suspends the National Director or a Deputy National Director to the time she or he decides whether or not to remove the National Director or Deputy National Director shall not exceed 6 months, close quote. B, Section 12.6e will read, with insertions and deletions reflected with square brackets, quote, the National Director or Deputy National Director provisionally suspended from office shall receive for the duration of such suspension her or his full salary. 12. Should Parliament fail to correct the defect referred to in paragraph 9 within the period of suspension, the interim relief contained in paragraph 11 will become final. 13. Decisions taken and acts performed by Advocate Abrahams in his official capacity will not be invalid by reason only of the declaration of invalidity contained in paragraph 7. 14. Mr. Nxasana is ordered to repay forthwith to the state the sum of 10,240,767 rand 47 cents. 15. The President is directed to appoint an NDPP within 90 days of the date of this order. 16. The President, the Minister of Justice and Correctional Services, and the National Prosecuting Authority are ordered to pay all costs in this court that are additional to the costs referred to in paragraph 3. Such costs to include the costs of 2 counsel. I hand down the judgment.